Tampons. That's what people are boycotting now. Hello everyone, it's me, Ann Aldis, back with another video, and yes, I am not joking. This is literally what the episode is about. People on Twitter trending hashtag boycott Tampax, I think that's what the company's called, and boycotting their tampons because of a tweet they released. It's actually funny because I was in the middle of gathering up all my tweets for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the new Sonic 06. Like, I was like literally about to like wrap up everything of that video to start recording when I noticed that hashtag boycott Tampax was trending. And of course I was just like, why is that trending? Because I had no idea what it was. And then I looked into it and I was like, this gets any worse than it does. I'm gonna have to make a video on this, am I? And now here we are, literally like 24 hours later, because I was not expecting this at all. I feel like every video I make, mostly I do not expect to make, but it just comes. And that's just the beauty of Twitter. So even if my content is just coming from what I found out on video from Twitter, it is great content to talk about. So we're just gonna talk about it. So yes, Tampax faces backlash over a tweet that it is deemed to be sexualizing women, according to a lot of people on Twitter, as well as critics themselves. So what is the tweet that they have tweeted out? What is what they said, the absolute worst thing that they could possibly say? Well, the tweet is, "You're in their DMs, we're in them. We are not the same."
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
Of course, a lot of people had some eyebrows raised, and of course, some people concerned with the slide in the DM comments. And of course, the typical person they're attracted to on social media. And of course, people had different takes on it, showing it by a lot of the tweets showing here. We had one tweet being like, "Yikes, this is beyond inappropriate from a corporation." Another one saying, "Real weird for a company that sells products made for women's natural bodily function to make a tweet sexualizing women for using their products." And some people got the joke and what they were saying, and other people being like, it's a bad joke, but it's not a big deal. A lot of people being like, you guys are just being very oversensitive. You guys should like stop crying about it because there's worse things to cry about right now in the world. And the company themselves actually doubled down on the post by actually retweeting it and then adding that it refused to let Twitter shut down before we shared this tweet. And then in response to that, thousands of people took up the hashtag boycott Tampax, and telling people that they need to switch their brands and go somewhere else because they're sexualizing much of its customer base. I'm gonna assume much of its customer base meaning women customers, but I get it. You know, people say that the problem of the tweet is pointing out the obvious, that a lot of girls, well, pretty much almost every girl will start their period from the age 9 to 16, underage. So people not only taking the tweet out to be creepy, but also downright predatory, as a lot of tweets out there kind of point out as well. And then on top of that, the boycott movement gained tractions with Tampax supporters claim the backlash was transphobic, because Tampax previously made headlines back in 2020 for tweeting that not all people with periods are women. So a lot of people are being like, this whole hashtag boycott Tampax thing is just TERFs finding some tiny thing to boycott a company that supports trans people. Because women because trans people, and I really don't want to go into this side of the controversy. I just saw this on Twitter and a lot of tweets bringing up TERFs. For those who don't know, TERFs is a trans exclusionary radical feminist, so a feminist that is very transphobic to trans people, or they are not in the feminist club, or all that. They just don't like trans people. That's what a TERF is. And there was this whole argument of like, trans people can't get periods because if they were born a man and want to transition to a woman, they can't get periods. And if you're a woman who, you know, born as a woman and transitioning to a man, you still get periods. I I'm afraid to say anything on this topic because I don't want to give myself the wrong idea. So I'm just going to say science is science and science does science. And science is just that. And that's all I'm going to say on that because that's not the point of this video. I am just messaging the boycott on the tampons because this brand has faced a lot of backlash because of that. But on that, the tampon issue they actually haven't stated a statement on the also. Overall, after that repost of the tweet, they haven't made any issues on the statement to anyone since then. And the main account has actually been silent since this whole thing broke down after they sent that retweet. So, not much there. And this whole thing just kind of shocked me because when I read the tweet, I was just like, oh, I get it. Cool. I personally was not offended by it. Though I'm a really hard person to get offended by things like this, whether or not I should be offended by it, I just don't because at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of words that will not hurt me or affect my life in any ways. I just don't care for it. If anything, I am more annoyed that I have to pay money for things that I do not have control of, and it's ridiculously expensive to buy pads every other month because of something I was born with and that I have no control over. So, yeah. Which is why I'm glad that more places are handing out tampons for free. Like, my college has started making, no longer charges us for tampons in the bathroom, which is really nice, especially when you don't have a quarter on you and you've got to, you need one really badly. So, yeah, I feel like I get the perspective of why the tweet can be deemed creepy. I just think that people might be overreacting just a little bit or twisting it up a bit too much. I mean, that is just Twitter overall, just exaggerating it. But it was kind of fun. It was fun and entertaining to just look at all these tweets and just see the different perspective. I think it's just like, if you're going to make a tweet, if you're a corporation going to make a tweet, it better be a funny one or one that won't start the controversy like this. Because, we do know that you get your periods when you're underage. I mean, I don't think that's a unknown fact. I think that's quite common knowledge, right? Yeah, all in all, just a little something I wanted to talk about because I thought, once again, it was very entertaining to watch this all unfold. And it really shows that in a blink of an eye, you can literally start trending and just start controversy so quickly on Twitter. Because literally, when this started getting popular, it was literally when I was still tweeting, I was collecting tweets based on Sonic 06 and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They were still trending when all of a sudden hashtag boycott Tampax became a thing. So, yeah. I mean, at the time I'm recording this, I think the trend has slowly died. There's been multiple articles on it, though, but I don't think it's no longer trending on Twitter. I think other issues have dominated the trending page. I'm actually gonna check just because I'm curious. Yeah, it's no longer trending. But still surprising that it was trending to begin with. Just really shows how fast you can become viral on Twitter if you just say the wrong thing. So yeah, just be careful. And with that being said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. I post videos as often as I can, and at the time of me posting this video, I'm hoping to finish or at least get very far in Sonic Frontiers the next day after this video is posted, because I do really want to get farther than that. I really want to finish that because I want to make a thorough review on the game, because I've also been kind of playing it on Switch as well as PC, as well as we're streaming this on Xbox. So, and this week will be the best time to do it because I am on break, so I'll have a lot more time and no real big obligations to stop. So expect a hopefully rather in-depth long stream this coming week. So yeah, and as always, till next time. Bye-bye!